You pushed. You pushed right through. You're like, well, I don't have a card. What I will do is I'll go around and give you a quick price. Your agenda, not hers. So we're not solving whatever objection was in there. Got a knock knock here on TikTok. Let's take a look. Quick note, this says pushing through objections. And I just want this to be known. I tried to push through objections for a long time, way too long. Objections that are pushed through aren't resolved. They'll typically surface again at a later time. Objections that are resolved are resolved. They're worked out and they're solved. And so they don't come back. But let's just see.
I'll be quick. Yeah, we're over at Doug's doing some of his exterior window washing. Since we're going to be back out here tomorrow, we're taking off $100 for each house. Do you guys know when was the last time you had all the exterior windows cleaned?
Can you give me your card?
I don't have a card. What I could just do is just go around, count up the glass, and just leave you with the price.
She went to answer the question, when's the last time? She's like, can you give me a card? Well, she went to say it and then she stopped herself, can you give me a card? Rather than making it about her and figuring out what's behind that and getting yourself more information to resolve whatever objection there was that caused her to ask that, you pushed. You pushed right through. You're like, well, I don't have a card. What I will do is I'll go around and give you a quick price. Your agenda, not hers. So we're not solving whatever objection was in there. She's not solving it either. We're just pushing through. Do you see what I'm talking about here?
It'll take me a quick minute.
Actually, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. We have somebody already.
I can just kind of show you in one window.
Again, she now says the objection. And it's like he's not even listening for it because it's his agenda. He's just focusing on pushing through, thinking he's doing a good job by pushing through. He just starts talking about how they'd clean the window rather than figuring it out why she would even ask for a card if they already have someone. Do you realize what would happen if you asked that question? Well, hold on. You said you had someone. Why would you even ask for a card if you already had someone? And then out of her mouth, she'll say, well, because maybe I can get a better price, better deal, better service. Oh, well, what would it look like to have a better price, better deal, better service? And now you are leading the conversation, but she is selling herself on why it might be a good idea to go with you. Where all you're doing is saying, I'm going to give you a quick price.
Don't just get the
Take
glass.
it or leave it. Yeah.
So basically we have water-fed poles where we do everything from the ground. And we scrub down all the frames, the glass itself, take out the screens, clean those, and then we also get the tracks and seals at the bottom.
Okay.
And I just want to leave you a price to bounce around with. It'll take me like a quick 30 seconds. I'll just go around, count them up, meet you back here. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so then he takes off. We don't know what happens at the end of this, but if I had to guess, because we don't see the final footage of a deal being done or something like that, he probably accomplished his objective. I just want to give you a quick price. I'll bounce around. I'll give you a quick price. So I bet he does that, comes back, gives her a price. And she's like, you know what? We're good enough with what we already have. And now it's like this push pull type thing. It's like this argument to get it done. Eventually leaves in her just being like, no, stop selling me, which is probably why we don't see the ending footage, right? So again, mindset here about a salesperson got to shift from pushing through objections to resolving objections. Again, just imagine what would have happened. Hold on. You mentioned you'd like a card. Why ask for a card at all if you already have some? Right? Listen to what they're saying. They're going to tell you what to say next. They're going to tell you what to ask next. And by asking that, hey, I might be able to get a better price. Okay, well, would you be opposed to me just popping around and then giving you a price to consider? Cool. And then when you get that price and you go before drop and you say, now the other company that you have doing this, what exactly do they do for you, if you don't mind me asking? And then they can tell you everything they do, and you can find a way to differentiate your offer so you can actually be more expensive and still get the deal. Wouldn't that be awesome? Love you for putting this out here, but objections aren't meant to be pushed through. They're meant to be resolved. If you just push through them, they surface again later. Let's solve them. Let's serve, and happy selling.